प्रभु जी दया करो, तुम बिना लागे सुना, तुम बिना लागे सुना, खाली घट में प्रेम भरो, खाली घट में प्रेम भरो।
Hari Om to all.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Amma, are you on mute?
Yes, I am.
What happened? What are you guys waiting for?
Our teacher is yet to join. We are waiting. Any idea if Vijay ji is joining today?
He usually messages. I don't know what happened.
Usually he will text if he is not joining.
Wow, Amma. Looks like your teacher is absent. Hey, no class today. Let's chill. Usually these teachers never take a holiday, Amma. Is your teacher also like that?
No, Adi. He is very cool and very patiently answers all our questions. And also, if Vijay ji is not joining, we can still continue our discussion on Tattva Bodha. We all enjoy these discussions very much.
Really? Very sincere and focused students. Okay. Now let me see how much you guys have learned. So in the last few weeks, I have heard a few words from your classes while playing. Let me remember those words. Yes. In fact, the other day when I came and told you, the Appa is scolding, you said peacefully, don't worry, it's anyways Mithya. So, yes, it is Satya, Mithya and Asatya. Okay. Tell me in the simplest way, what is Satya, Mithya, Asatya?
Hey Aditya, your mom forgot to mute. We heard the entire conversation. A very good question.
Okay, exam time for us. Can anyone please help me?
Sure, Padmaji. For Aditya's sake, I will try to tell using very simple examples. Aditya, you have seen a mirage in a desert anytime?
Of course. When we went to Rajasthan, I saw it there. The water appears to be there, and I went running towards it. But then it was only sand. It wasn't water.
Wonderful, Aditya. This is what is Mithya all about. It appears to be there, but when we really investigate, we will understand that it's illusion. This world, including your body, mind, intellect, is Mithya. They appear to be there, but when you deeply investigate, you will realize that they are not there. Best example is your dream. In your dream, everything appears so real to you, you get nightmares. And you sometimes get up and shout of fear. But when you wake up, what happens? You will know that it was real only during the dream.
What are you guys saying? Is this world as real as my sleeping dream? Are you saying that whatever I am seeing and experiencing is not real?
Yes, Aditya. Mithya is experientially real, but factually unreal. When you are experiencing it, it appears to be so real, and you can never make out that it's Mithya. But when you check the facts, you will know that it is unreal. Let us take the example of mirage in a desert. From the distance, your eyes will experience water. But when you go near, the fact is it is just sand. Like that, when you study Vedanta in depth under the guidance of enlightened masters like Prabhuji, they will help us to see the mythical nature of this world.
Also, Aditya, you have to understand that anything that is constantly changing, which has an end, is also called mithya. A classical example will be our own body, mind, and intellect. I was different 20 years ago, and I'm so different now. My body changed, my mind changed, and my intellect also. And one day, this body will also die. So, the body, mind, and intellect is also called mithya.
And how can we forget not mentioning about how many times we are changing the bodies every day? Aditya, you will be very much surprised to know that we have this gross body in the waking state, but when we sleep, our dreaming state starts, and this gross body disappears, and a subtle body appears to experience the dream world. And when you enter the deep sleep state, no body at all. It's just bliss. So we are changing bodies. That brings the question, how can I be this body which is changing every day?
Ma, this is so surprising. I am not this body also. World is also a dream. Oh my God. Will I go to school tomorrow? I am so confused.
Aditya, don't get confused and scared by this mithya. There is something that is eternal, unchanging, and all-pervading for us to hold on to. That is Satya. That is also called as Brahman. This entire changing universe is taken care by the unchanging Brahman. Brahman is the only unchanging which is everywhere and also inside you and me as Atma. All this mithya is just an appearance in Satya, the Brahman.
That must be tough for you to understand, Aditya. Let me give an example. You know the wave, water, and ocean. You have seen them, right?
Yeah, many times. But Amma, what does that have to do with the discussion here?
I will tell. Have patience. Now let's say that those waves are you, me, and all the humans. Ocean is this world and water is the Brahman. So Shubhaji said that mithya is an appearance in Satya. How? The wave is an appearance in the ocean. And what is the wave made up of? Water only, which means we all are made up of Brahman only. And we all are appearances in Brahman, right?
Okay, wait. So, you are saying that I am a wave and I am actually made of Brahman. So, a wave is mithya because it appears and disappears, but the water is always there.
Yeah, exactly, Aditya. You cracked it. See, that is the difference between the Satya and the Mithya. The essence of this entire universe is Brahman only. In this context, we should surely remember a story which is narrated by Adi Shankara about a snake and a rope. Let's imagine a person walking in night suddenly sees a snake on the road and he gets terrified and his heart starts beating fast, his BP rises and he starts sweating. And suddenly there is a passerby who sees him trembling with fear and asks him, "Hey brother, what happened? Why are you trembling?" The person says, "Can't you see the snake there? It is so huge and long. I'm really terrified. I think I'm going to die if it bites me." The passerby takes out a torch from his pocket and directs the light onto the so-called snake and starts laughing. "Look, brother, that is just a rope, not a snake." A huge relief for the person who was terrified earlier. See, this is what exactly happening here, Aditya. We take the world as for real. Understanding mithya nature of the world is very, very important in understanding this whole story.
Oh, by the way, how did we miss about Asatya? Aditya, did you ever see a flying elephant?
No way. Flying elephant? Impossible.
Yeah. So something that never exists is called Asatya. which is not available to our sense organs or mind or intellect. That is called asatya. That which is there all the time is called satya, and something which is temporary in existence is called mithya. Is that clear, Aditya?
It is kind of clear. But why are you guys learning all of this? How does it help you? Amma keeps on talking or thinking about this all the time.
That's a very good question. See, Aditya, the wave feels separate from other waves and starts feeling competition, insecurity, and so on. All emotions starts building like the anger, hatred, jealousy, etc. And the wave goes into deep suffering. So when the wave understands that it is not separate from other waves, and the essence of all the waves and this ocean is water alone, the feeling of separateness gradually reduces.
And here, I would like to add a bit, Aditya. The wave cannot understand about this non-duality all by itself. When the wave starts praying to God to become free from suffering, God himself comes in the form of a Sadguru and starts teaching us about mithya nature of this universe and how we are satya in reality. That frees us completely from the suffering because we no longer think that we are individual waves. We feel that oneness with all the waves, and we also know that I am water, which means I am Brahman. That is my true nature. I am Sat, Chit, Ananda. I am bliss. I need not keep searching for bliss.
Also, Aditya, understanding Satya, Mithya, Asatya help us develop Viveka and Vairagya. Viveka is discriminating the truth from the false, Atma from Anatma, and also we get a deep understanding of the temporary nature of this world. We naturally develop Vairagya, that is dispassion from the external objects, and hold on to the truth, Brahman, and that gives us eternal peace.
Oh my God, I'm still in a state of blankness. This is like a totally new world to me. Amma, can I also join your Vedanta study classes? Will your teacher, Vijayji, allow me?
Hey Aditya, how are you?
I'm fine.
I heard my name. I joined long back. I've been hearing all your conversations. Very nice. Charanji, what is happening today? What is the conversation all about?
Yes, Vijayji, it's a new joinee, Aditya. You missed a really great class today. We all today got a great opportunity to share our understanding of Satya, Mithya and Asatya with our junior Atma Jyoti. It's the greatest blessing from Brahman to think or speak about Brahman. And I thank Aditya today for giving us all this opportunity.
A wonderful Charanji, very nice. Aditya, I would like to share a little picture of what we discussed today. Would you like to see a picture?
Yeah.
Very nice. Just hold on a moment. You see, all we that discussed today is summarized in this picture, one of the picture. So there are parts of you which are constantly changing, your body and your mind, like this world. And you, Aditya, the true you are the unchanging, the light of the self, Atma Jyoti. So this is the true Viveka or discrimination that we need to realize and develop. Then the true Vairagya, like Priyaji spoke, is about that you are happiness. You don't have to find happiness in objects. So all our life we keep searching for happiness outside. And that is where great masters come into our lives. Like Saravananji said, Brahman only comes in the form of Sadguru and removes this ignorance in us that happiness is not outside and it is truly within us. And that is where, Aditya, I feel so grateful for great teachers like Adi Shankaracharya, Ramana Maharshi, our Prabhuji. They all have, if you see their lives, they have dedicated to carry this message and to bring to all of us for our own benefit. So I really want to thank Prabhuji at this point of time. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Looks like it's already time for us to end our today's session, isn't it? Oh my God, such a wonderful session you guys had. May I request our Charanji to end us with the prayer?
Hari Om. So this is the prayer for who am I? Nanu, nanembudu, nanalla, ideha, manabuddhi, nanalla, Sachidanandatma, Shivananu Nane, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect. I am pure consciousness. Shiva Swarup. Now this is the prayer for right seeking. Om Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Lead me from untruth, ignorance to truth, from darkness to light, from impermanence, which is death, to permanence, immortality. The next is the prayer for self is the whole. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamuduchyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, that is complete. This is complete. When completeness is removed from completeness, what remains is complete. When completeness is added to completeness, totality remains complete. Om, peace, peace, peace. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Thank you all for a wonderful satsang. Let us all end with the Lokaha Samastaha. Om Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Hari Om. That's Thank you all.